Chapter 1. Your good is always present here and now. Your good is always present here and now, and you do not have to go anywhere else to find it. Realizing this truth will save you lots of time and trouble, and also from disappointment and wasted effort. I know a friend who sold all of his possessions and bought a one-way plane ticket to a place he perceived as favorable for entrepreneurship. He said that, statistically, it is a place where the highest level of entrepreneurship is in the country. From my conversations with him, he considered his previous home too stifling and restrictive. He was constantly speaking about how he was held back from doing great things. And yet, for every reason he gives that holds him back, hundreds and possibly thousands of others have achieved success under the same exact conditions. I hear of others who have done the same in pursuit of spiritual truths, going in search of the Holy Land. All of them thought that they had to go to some special place to find it. It is never about your physical location. Of course, some succeed in eventually getting what they want, but the vast majority return empty-handed and are still searching. Those who eventually find what they want may attribute their success to being at a particular place at a particular time, but it is never about the physical location, and it is always about one's consciousness. Being in that place elevated them to the higher level of consciousness necessary for the attainment of their goals. But don't even make the mistake of thinking that it is ever about being in the right place and at the right time. They could have elevated themselves to that consciousness at any place. Every place is the right place for your good. There is no right place or right time. Every place is the right place, even where you're currently sitting or standing on. So right now, from where you are, with what you have, you already have everything you need. You are in control of your body, of your mental faculties, and that is all you need to get started. Herein lies an important spiritual principle. Your good is not tied to any specific time or place. You do not need to go somewhere or do something to receive your good. All the good that you have access to is already available here at this moment, right where you are. The universe does not dole out more good at a certain point in space or time and then withdraw that good from others at another physical location or time. That would be absurd. The universe does not take from one to give to another. Recognizing the spiritual truth will allow you to transcend limited thinking. For another person's good can never limit your own. Universal substance is always equally present, here and now. Therefore, no matter what your current circumstances are, I wouldn't blame the current physical conditions. I wouldn't say, oh, once I get out of the situation, things will get better. Maybe they would, or maybe they wouldn't. But it is not dependent on the place or setting. The one thing it does depend on is your consciousness. Change your consciousness, and your life will change. Therefore, if you are able to change your consciousness, your outer circumstances will change in an instant. You will still wake up in the same bed in the morning, in exactly the same room, but yet things will no longer be the same for you. Whatever problems were previously perceived would have magically straightened themselves out such that there is no longer an issue. I can't tell you how many times I have experienced this in my own life. I would often think I was in some kind of predicament and brood about an issue for a few days. Of course, There was a lot of worrying associated with all that thinking as I tried using all of my intellect to quote unquote solve the problem or to find a solution. Eventually, depending on the amount of sheer willpower I had at that time, I would invariably let go of the problem. In my early days, I did this unwillingly. I let go of the problem only when I exhausted all possible options, when I had no other choice. But now I have learned the wisdom of letting go right from the very beginning. We are just not made to worry. Nothing good ever comes out of worrying. A very powerful affirmation to use before you sleep. I have often gone to sleep turning the problem over to the universe. Florence Scovel Shinn teaches a very powerful affirmation one can use for this. When I wake up in the morning, I'll know exactly what to do. Depending on your individual preferences, you may choose to adopt this affirmation for your own use, but as far as my experiences have been, no affirmations or even physical words are necessary. All that is needed is a willingness to let go of the perceived problem. How can there be any problems when universal good is always equally present in every point of time and space? Any problems thus stem from our perceptions, which is our consciousness, and a correction of our consciousness will bring about a seeming correction of the problem. Nowadays, this is what I do when I am faced with an issue that confronts me, and it is what I sincerely recommend to you as well. I skip the worrying part and go straight to letting the universe handle it. No problem is too big for the universe. By the way, these steps I'm about to share work for any problem. Once again, don't fall into the trap of thinking that it does not apply to your problems. It applies for all problems you face, be it your finances, health, or relationships.